it's Martha Klein, your fearless leader, sales director with Mary Kay, and I'm experimenting a little bit here with my iPhone to see if I can record a few things for you. It's the beginning of the year 2014, and this is a great time, I think, to start looking at our systems. And one of the main things that I think really trumps people up is time management. And I think January 1st is when we start looking at our life, looking at our schedule. We set New Year's resolutions. We set new Mary Kay goals. And in our unit, we have an acronym, and it's ATMS. And many of you have seen that at different places and are probably wondering what that stands for. And some of you already know what that stands for. But what that acronym is attitude, time, money, and skills. And I like to say that if we can manage all of four of those things, we're going to have a lot of success in all areas of our lives, not just our Mary Kay business. So today I want to talk a little bit about time management and some of the tools that I personally have disciplined myself to use that really have helped me a lot. And so I'm hoping that they'll help you. The first thing that I like to teach and talk about is to take an at-a-glance 1-month calendar, and it would look something like this. And you can download these from the internet. You may have a planner, you may have a date book. You are probably using this electronically, all right? So everything that I talk to you about in these sessions that I'm going to record can be used electronically also. Personally, I like to start still with a paper copy. I can sit at my table, I can sit at my desk, and I can write it all down. And there's something magical about actually writing something and how it gets implanted in your brain and how you think about it. And so I do start still with a paper copy, and then I do transfer this information into my phone. And so that when I'm out and about and doing things, it's accessible to me. You could put it in your iPad, in your iPod, in your computer, whatever kind of electronics you're using. All right? So anyway, the first thing you're going to do, and I suggest that you take 6 months of an overview calendar and take that 6 months, and I actually suggest that you look at a year, all right? But if you could at least do 6 months, minimal, do 90 days, 3 months. And what you're going to do is you're going to take that calendar and you're going to look at it, and you're going to write in those little square boxes here, okay, in each of these little square boxes, you're going to write everything that you can think of that's going to happen in your life during those months. All right? So write in here everyone's birthday. Write down parties that you're going to go to, extracurricular activities. What I do with my kids is I take their calendars and I set them down and I just start writing in everything that I know they have going on. I write off when there's no school. I write off when there's a break, and I have one in college that I would look at his calendar because that may affect him coming home and staying here. It would affect meals that I'm going to cook, groceries that I'm going to buy, having an extra person in the house. I do have one that's still in school, and so her activities affect me daily, right? And so I'm going to write all those things in there. I'm going to check in with my husband and find out what his work activities, what nights he needs to stay late, everything that's going on. Everything that I can possibly think of, every Mary Kay event that's coming up that I know about, and I'm going to do this 6 months out, preferably a year. Now, if you're doing it a year out, and like it's January right now, when I'm looking at August, September, October of this year, November of this year, I'm not going to know a lot of things that are going on there, but I've already looked ahead at what's going on in July. We have seminar in July, and I'm looking at what's going on around those dates in July already, looking at what's going on with my family. I'm already looking ahead at when Christmas falls next year and when New Year's falls next year. And that's a whole year away, but I am planning out. My husband's already looking at his vacation schedule from work, those types of things. And so I'm just getting it all on paper. I'm writing it all out there, all right? So that's the first step that you're going to take, is take a month at a glance calendar and write down everything that you can think of for the next 6 months, preferably a year. Just write it all in these little squares. Now, this doesn't mean that you're going to do these things. It doesn't mean that this is going to change your Mary Kay schedule. but get it all on paper. Okay, this is part of the strategic planning of your time. All right, so I'm going to leave you with that on this particular session. This is session 1, overview, taking a bird's eye view of your life for the next 6 months, preferably a year. And then stay tuned and I will tell you what the next step is and what to do with that.